In November 2017, DICE released a bombshell of a game in Star Wars Battlefront 2, aiming to deliver an immersive Star Wars experience. However, the launch was marred by controversy over its progression system, which, in typical EA fashion, was heavily reliant on loot boxes, microtransactions, and only fueled by their greed for money. Players quickly found out that unlocking iconic characters like Darth Vader or Luke Skywalker required either extensive gameplay or real-world money in order to get them, leading to accusations of pay-to-win mechanics, and a significant amount of players had their entire experiences ruined by this or even refused to pick it up entirely. And EA's argument for their actions? It was to provide players with a sense of pride and accomplishment, which quickly became the most downvoted comment in Reddit history, with over 660,000 downvotes. The backlash prompted EA to remove microtransactions and overhaul the progression system. But despite these changes, the incident sparked widespread discussions about the ethics of loot boxes and led to increased scrutiny from regulators in countries like Belgium and the Netherlands, eventually leading to the ban of pay-to-win loot boxes and the phasing out of loot boxes almost entirely from the gaming industry. These, however, were far from the only problems with Battlefront 2. See, Battlefront 2 also introduced a single-player campaign centered on Iden Versio, an elite Imperial commander, which is a unique viewpoint showcasing the Empire's perspective post-Return of the Jedi. Iden's journey from Imperial soldier to questioning the Empire's motives provided a fresh take on the Star Wars storyline, and is a fun experience, albeit very short, spanning at most just 5 hours with the DLC campaign, which is right around the same time as the shortest campaigns in Call of Duty. However, the campaign was praised for its narrative ambition, but despite this, some critics felt it was constrained by its brief length and limited character development, as well as Iden Versio's rapid and foreseeable turn to the rebellion rubbed some the wrong way. The inclusions of missions featuring iconic characters like Luke Skywalker added some depth, but the overall experience of this campaign left players wanting so much more. However, this is exactly where Battlefront 2 really shines, is with its multiplayer game modes, including Supremacy, a 20v20 objective-based game mode, with battles across iconic planets and locations from the Star Wars universe. You start as one of the 4 classes, each with different abilities, gaining score and capturing points. The special classes in the game cost different amounts, with heroes costing the most. There's 2 phases in this game mode. You must complete both phases in order to win. If you complete the first phase and lose the second one, you go back to the ground and have to recapture those points all over again. You also have Starfighter Assault, a dogfighting game mode featuring starfighters from all eras, which is similar to Supremacy in the sense where you have to complete objectives and you can gain score to unlock hero ships. This is actually quite a fun game mode. I enjoy playing this game mode a lot when you can actually find players. Heroes vs. Villains, which is a 4v4, and it pits all of the heroes from all 3 of the eras against each other, and the first to lose all of their points or lives loses. And there's also Hero Showdown, which is very similar to this, but it's 2v2, and heroes are locked after you win a round with that hero. So if you complete the round as, say, Darth Vader, you cannot use him for any of the other rounds in that match. You also have Ewok Hunt, a survival mode where players either become Ewoks or try to escape them. This game mode is very similar to Infected from Call of Duty or Halo. You also have game modes like Blast, which is a fast-paced close quarters combat type game mode. This is the same thing as TDM or COD in similar games, just a very close range, blasted out type of game, hence the name. All of these game modes combine the stunning visuals and authentic sound design, which captured the true chaos and the awesomeness of these Star Wars battles perfectly. This game's attention to detail and faithful recreation of the Star Wars universe were widely praised and are still praised to this day. So in response to the initial backlash, EA overhauled their progression system, which removed all pay-to-win elements and making all heroes accessible through gameplay only. And over time, the game continually sees resurgence in player counts, especially during events like May the 4th. Despite ending official support in 2020, Battlefront 2 continued to attract new players. Now, in 2025, the game has experienced a significant resurgence, reaching an all-time high with over 17,000 concurrent players on Steam, with an estimated 1 million plus players joining to play over a 24-hour period this May the 4th. This renewed interest was driven by the popularity of Andor and major discounts offered by retailers, and just the general passion from the community. The community's passion reignited discussions about a potential Battlefront 3. Former EA DICE developer Matt's Holm and many others have expressed interest in reuniting with the original team for a new installment. And additionally, figures like Muhammad Ben Amour, an actor in the series Star Wars Andor, joined the call for a sequel. However, EA has not announced any plans for a sequel, focusing instead on other Star Wars projects and making offhanded jokes on Instagram accounts. Respawn Entertainment was developing a shooter featuring Mandalorians, but that was cancelled. Currently, Respawn is working on Star Wars Jedi 3, continuing the story of Cal Kestis. However, despite the lack of official announcements, the hope for Battlefront 3 remains alive among the community and former developers. The resurgence for Battlefront 2 demonstrates the enduring appeal of the franchise and the true potential for future installments, although EA will likely never give us another Battlefront. And with the rampancy of hackers due to this game no longer being supported, the slow and inevitable fall of Battlefront is soon to come, only being slowed by the passion of the community and the care taken to truly make you feel like you're in a Star Wars battle. Only being slowed by the passion of the community. The care taken to truly make you feel like you're in a Star Wars battle will never be forgotten, and the love of the community managers can never be overstated. For Battlefront 2 was truly something beyond special. But at last, we do have hope. You see, EA lost their exclusivity to Star Wars, which is the reason for this flop of a game. However, in theory, this means we could get a Battlefront-esque game from any company who's willing to put in the work and truly listen to the community. And hey, it's not that hard to give us the best Star Wars game we've ever seen. Hell, all they need to do is make something similar to Battlefront that has all three eras, if not more, even more side characters, even more vehicles, even more customization for each class and hero, even more droids, even more trooper types, make awesome skins, have even more unique and awesome game modes, have amazing community support, and so much more. So yeah, it seems less and less likely as you really look at the whole picture of what this game would need. With the expectations of games today and the improvements that would need to be made on the formula, makes this a very unlikely scenario. And seeing as Battlefront 2 has been destroyed by hackers for the past few years, means if we don't get another Battlefront 2 soon, there will be no other option but to entirely abandon Battlefront and let history repeat itself once again. However, we must fight on. We must keep the passion alive, as that is ours and Battlefront's only hope. I thank you so much for watching and listening, and if you love Battlefront 3, keep the passion alive, keep the hype for the game alive, keep the love of the community alive, never stop talking about it, and as they say, may the Force be with you.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. See ya. Oh, I shouldn't have done that.
It seems I've gotten into quite a mess now, haven't I? Let's just speed this up.
All right.
Time's going up! It keeps going up! This game is 7 hours long. It doesn't end. Wait, what if it actually doesn't end? What if they, like, bugged the score, too? 95, 97, 99, 1,001. Yo, I wonder what a cap's at. Points still work. It's not never ending. It's just...
We're taking control.
Infinite time. That's him, that's him, that's him. Alright. Okay, that was laser beam through a roll. Yeah, he 100% cheated. Come on now. Gotcha. Gotcha. Gotcha.